guys. How is everybody? Han, are you with us?
Yes. Sorry, I looked at the chat and all I see is from Zayn Muhammad. Well, we're waiting. We're here.
That was on spot.
We're 2 minutes late. Jesus.
Hello. No, you're not too soon. You're just in time. So we've had some very eventful weekend. We've had a trailer drop. Yes, Darkseid is. He's waiting here.
Darkseid is in the waiting room.
Yes. Did anybody actually come because of us, or is it just like everybody here for Darkseid?
Yes, he'll be joining me. Gee, all right, Nana. Nobody wants to hear us talk. Let's bring him in. Let's bring in the girls and Ray. Gosh.
All right, then.
We've been upstaged and we only just got started.
Oh, gosh. It's not our stream anymore. This is horrible. Well, since everybody's waiting, Mr. Ray Porter, hello.
I was trying to move out of frame so I wouldn't upstage. Hi. How are you guys doing?
I like your shirt. How does it feel to be wearing your own face on your shirt?
It's kind of strange, but cool.
Hey, I was actually telling Ray in the backstage just before we started, I was telling him that if I ever played a character in DC Universe, I would wear all the shirts with that character.
They're putting out so many.
Get me tattooed on me. I know. I just got the new one actually.
Did you just take yourself out?
Oh.
I wasn't touching it. I was on a different screen, and all of a sudden, I think you took me out by accident, young lady.
I didn't touch anything.
T-shirts
I'm just sitting here like this.
Yeah, I just got the new one from DC Comics. The with sitting on the throne with the big dark side across the top. It's super cool. Yes, I do have them because, of course, I do. They're cool.
They are. They're really cool. And you know, the cool ones, if anybody here wants them and you're not in the US, actually, I don't know if it's open for the international.
The Merchmates is closed at the moment because we can't find. We have 20 people waiting to find mates for them. So US people.
So the opposite way. If you're from the US, sign up for the Merchmates so that we can get more of these amazing T-shirts.
It's such a great idea. It's such a great idea because that stuff should be available to everybody everywhere.
It really should, but unfortunately at this time Scott and I have been discussing closing it completely because not enough people are helping out.
No.
And there's so much want. So I'm totally not trying to guilt trip the viewers, but I'm guilt tripping you. So sign up, do it.
Yeah, I mean there's people who like what you like, and they're all over the world.
And it's no cost to you.
Exactly. Hola, Señor Dufo. Shout out from Spain.
Here is Northern Ireland.
Chris, how are you? Good August.
Hang on, that was a wrong one.
I think we should bring in the girls that are waiting so patiently and kindly.
Yes, let's bring in the rest of the gang. So we have Fatma, Lorena, and there's Tiff somewhere. She dropped out. She dropped in and dropped out, so she will be back soon.
England, Greece.
Oh my God! Happy birthday, Jay!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Jay!
Happy birthday!
Okay, so we have hello from Greece.
Hello from Greece. Wow. Hello.
Amazing.
England.
Hi,
all right, Oscar.
Hi, Oscar. From England.
I love that country. I want to move back there. I live there.
Both, bro.
I want to go.
Okay, so
I need a sausage roll. I need a proper pasty.
My dad can make pretty good pasty.
My local.
I'm lucky there.
What pasties do you like? What's your favorite?
Oh, just the just bog
cheese
standard.
And onion.
Well, I like cheese and onion. They're good. But the bog standard, just regular Cornish pasty, I love.
I've never had it with cheese. That sounds horrible.
So bad. It's like Ginster's pies at the grocer's. I'll get them and be perfectly happy with them.
Here's a hi for Fatma and Lorena.
Hi.
Hello from Kansas City.
Oh, from Kansas.
Hey.
What else do we have here? Denver, Colorado.
Oh man, Hope the snow's not too bad in Kansas or in Denver. Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri?
Yeah, I feel bad
that is a good question.
for our friends over in Texas. They're really suffering, but
Rough.
we have about 30 inches of snow stuck on the ground here in Jersey. We're getting 8 more in a few days. I'm okay with it. So
Kansas or Texas is dealing with a really terrible ice storm right now. Just
and the buildings aren't made to like retain heat because Texas is so hot. So people are freezing their butts off, like their pipes are frozen, fish tanks are frozen over.
Yeah. Hello from Dublin.
Hi.
Someone's saying that your throne room.
Thank you very
really
much.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the addition of the moon.
I've talked about it before because you guys, I think I did one of my very first sort of this kind of thing with you, with the Nerd Queens, and this is my vocal booth. This is where I do voiceover stuff and narrate, and it's just black in here. But I realized I needed some sort of a background, and so I went and got a tapestry and some fairy lights and put them in the back there, and now it looks like a stoner's bedroom in 1977. But,
Just
oh no, you really listen to the B-side of this Journey album. It's amazing. But yeah. So
oh my God, Cole, like this was
if anyone has more ideas for Zack Snyder movie themed Bernie memes, hit me. I need more.
I wake up. Was it yesterday? I woke up and I get on my Twitter timeline and all I see are Bernie memes. I'm like, what?
I literally tweeted that you were going to wake up and be like, what the fuck? No.
I think you got to switch it up. I think that the Bernie
Tiff is here.
Hey Tiff, what's up?
Hi, how are you guys?
Great, and you?
Good. Sorry it took so long. I had to restart my computer because I got out of work and the computer was like, nope. We want to talk to reporters, so the computer has to start.
I do require a reboot, apparently.
Yeah.
No, I think you should switch the Bernie memes up. That picture was taken from the inauguration, and so I think it's time to find shots of the inauguration and work Justice League characters into the pictures of the inauguration.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
That could be.
But now Cole's not gonna get to do this now because once you said this is gonna be online before we finish.
In 5 minutes, there's gonna be the most beautiful VFX rendered picture.
Well, where's Fran? Is Fran here? Because then we know.
Hello, Caden. I'm amazed at the art and how fast. I mean, somebody, right after the trailer dropped, somebody made a Darkseid sat on his throne. Beautiful work and like ridiculously quick. I'm really in awe of the work that people do.
Yeah.
I wish I could draw.
Yeah, me too. I feel you.
I used to feel like for my entire life I used to wish I could draw, especially because my grandpa on my dad's side is who passed away years and years ago, was a comic book artist, and he trained artists. He trained Marvel and DC artists.
Wow.
For years at the Cooper School of Art. So everyone in my entire family, all the grandkids, except for my brother Christian and I, because he has CP and I damaged my arm when I was little, has this innate talent for drawing anything. But none of them wanted to apply themselves. None of them wanted to be comic book artists. And then there was me, who can't do it, who wanted to be the comic book artist for years. Yeah. And then when I started making Funkos, I was like, holy crap, I'm finally an artist.
Hello. Yeah. Absolutely.
And a good one.
It just took finding my own medium.
Exactly. Yeah. And thank you for making a mini me to go with my Pop Funko Darkseid. I have them in the living room.
Yeah. Well, I've made now Uxas as well.
Cool.
Though I heard a rumor we might get a real Darkseid Funko, so Uxas can go with that. I need to make another one of you though, so I could have the whole like Zack Snyder's Justice League collection.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I keep hearing these rumors about toys.
See,
miniatures.
This is a really good point, Cole.
And yeah, it's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, we keep hearing. We've heard a few things about upcoming merch, and we're really excited. Especially Meg, she's excited for a very good reason. I heard rumors of a Darkseid on his throne Funko. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I gotta, Ray, did you ever sit on the throne? Or did they just do that without you?
They may have done that. They may have done that without me. Thank God for VFX artists.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't remember. I don't.
That's horrible. I was hoping you had like a sitting on the Iron Throne moment.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Ooh,
yeah, where's Khaleesi?
Look, maybe we just have to fight to restore the Snyderverse, so that way Ray can sit on the throne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have a feeling he won't be. Mr. Darkseid will be defeated by the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think he'll just get beat up and be like, "All right, bet we're coming back for more."
Totally.
So I got a bone to pick with you.
With me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What did I do?
I've been weaseling you all weekend trying to find out if you would tell me about who Granny is, and you won't tell me.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think, because I wasn't told like, hey, you can say who this is. So I wouldn't.
I just want it to go on record. I've tried, guys. I deployed puppy dog eyes. I begged.
You tried everything, and it just didn't. It didn't happen. There's just some things. There's just some things I'm not going to give up. Grace Randolph had some good insights. She did a trailer breakdown, and she had some very interesting insights about some of that stuff. But no. Also, I mean, it's not like I get an email from Zack going, "Is this person okay?" I mean, that's way above my pay grade.
I thought maybe you guys were like on set together.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And
no.
I mean, I just want to say, just if you know her or anything, say her. I already love her because she's Granny Goodness. So
I know, right?
If I had a puppy to give, I'd be keeping it. It'd be mine. Sorry.
That shot of the three of Desaad and Darkseid and Granny.
I cried. I'm not ashamed to say that.
I have to say, I have spent most of the last couple of days going on YouTube and just watching reactions and seeing the looks on people's faces. It's the best thing in the world to be a part of something, and then to see the joy it's not like I'm responsible for it. I've played my small part in this whole thing, and I'm very happy to have done so and proud and grateful. But to be a part of the show, essentially, and to see people having so much joy about it just on previews. And I mean, honestly, the trailers have been some of the best filmmaking I've seen in years. Seriously. Zack can take 30 seconds or 2 minutes and make a better experience than a lot of full-length films I've seen.
Well, part of what makes it so much exciting and so fun is the fact that you've been on this ride with us, and you've been just your amazing self. And
thank you.
It's brought a lot to the movement, and brought a lot to what the drive that we had to see this come through.
Well, I talk about gratitude a lot, and that's never going to go away. So it's a wonderful thing to be able to, you see these trailers and you see people so excited, and you see people so happy, and you think about, I certainly very clearly remember when I was told that I was not in the version that was given to Mr. Whedon. And, just that whole journey and seeing how people just on their own generated this groundswell, and it gathered momentum, and it just kept going and kept going and kept going. And again, to be welcomed into a group of, because I came late to the bill. Y'all were in motion.
Well, that's because you weren't allowed to tell anyone. You had to hide.
No, I was told no. Somebody leaked it, and I was welcomed with open arms, and I'll never ever forget that. I'll never forget the kindness. Thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate that.
This is going to be such a meme.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
I hope that that poor man hasn't seen all of this, because like I feel
Oh.
like I don't think he has social media, because I haven't seen anyone tagging him, but I feel like someone is out there like that's friends with him has like called and been like, dude, everybody
you're
wants you in this role, and
Yeah.
Arya was like, no.
No.
Yeah. No. Well, he says that now.
I just
Yeah.
love that the 2 minutes and 24 seconds that we got to see, like Ray said, was like a mini movie. I mean, just the scenes where, you know, you can see like Superman is getting ready to take off, and then as it looks like he's about to take off, Cyborg takes off. And the way that it's all put together, it just felt like a 2-minute movie, to where I'm like, wait a minute, we get 4 hours of this. So it was exciting.
Yeah.
And how
And it's
fun
like,
is it
even though-
watching reactions when you know that Jared Leto's going to be there in a second, and these people who haven't seen it, and you know what's coming,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
shock
I
and
didn't realize
surprise.
I didn't realize he was going to talk in the trailer. So like my soul left my body a little bit when he said Batman. I was like,
Yeah,
at first I didn't realize
Yeah.
that was his voice, because he completely changed his voice. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't the same cadence that he uses in Suicide Squad.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
a little bit more gravelly, probably because, you know, #apocalypse. But and then he just, and the way he said, "I dead." Gone. I was texting Mick, and I said, well, I am now dead and pregnant. I don't know how that happened, but you know, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
You teared up.
So Rhyme or Rim, I'm going to assume Rim Slim, maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I'm mispronouncing it. I owe you one. Just need to know one thing. Did you get to do the dark side stance? That's all I need.
Oh, with the hands clasped behind your back,
classic.
looking like
Classic thing.
standing there with your hands clasped behind your back like an asshole.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Like an asshole or like a god.
Oh, you want to play it that way?
Well played.
Yeah. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm sorry, man.
You know,
I don't mean to drag it out, but we'll wait for the film.
I play the game Injustice 2 on my phone, and whenever I'm fighting
Talking
Darkseid,
about
I'm
this.
always like laughing a little bit, because I'm like, I wonder if this is like a voodoo doll. Did Ray just feel it that I kicked his ass?
I'm in the middle. Yeah, exactly. I'm like suddenly
Or some-
I don't know why.
But it gets even more meta when I'm using when the characters I'm using are Ray Fisher's Cyborg fighting Ray Darkseid. And I'm laughing to myself, like
Ray and I somewhere going, why are we hitting each other? I don't know. How?
Yeah. I think
Well,
about
this
the
is
actors
reason
too
now.
when I play.
This is the reason. So next time it happens, you can just call and be like,
Oh man.
stop playing the game. Turn it off. Okay.
Totally.
I think it's great that both, just in interviews, that both you and Ray Fisher both like have shown an appreciation and a love for doing like Shakespeare in the Park. And there's so many times that I've sat here and thought, when everything is done and, you know, things start dying down a little bit, how awesome would it be to have Darkseid and Cyborg?
I would love to do some Shakespeare with him. The reason why we talk about that is that now I was there and left before Ray came in, but the Oregon Shakespeare Festival in Ashland, Oregon, I worked there for a number of years. So did Ray. And I really wish that we had been there at the same time and had been able to do shows together. He's such a good actor and such a good guy. And I'd love to do something with him. That would be so much fun.
That would be.
I would love to be Falstaff to Ray's King Henry.
Ooh, that would be good.
That's
I
can see that.
Fun.
Yeah.
Oh, my brother wanted me to ask a question, because I was talking about Justice Con the other day at dinner, and my brother turns to me and he goes, so were the two Rays ever on set together, and do you know how, if they just like called each other different words, or Ray, and both of you turn yes? Like
every time when I was on set initially, if they called for Ray, pretty fair to assume they weren't calling for me, because Ray was the one on set and working. So I never had that issue.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy. Do I
Because
remember? Okay, so this question from Zain Muhammad. Do I remember Zach's reaction when I did the Dark Side voice for the first time on set? I can tell you this: there was one really tangible reaction. I mean, obviously, people liked what they heard because I wouldn't be sitting here if they didn't. But I do remember there was one time when I was in London and
A dog.
Sorry, that's my dogs. They heard Dark Side was coming.
started looking around like they suddenly had a dog appear in front of them.
No, I think that's. Wait a minute, I speak dog. No, that's a really good question, dog. No, I'm not going to do the voice. No, sorry. But I was in London on a microphone, and it was patched to Los Angeles with various people working on the film, and we were about to do some ADR or syncing voice reactions to physical things and all of that. And I just kind of started warming up and like doing different things, and I kind of got in that range, and I heard them all go, "Oh!"
Yeah.
You're like, I did the good job.
That's
I
when,
did
the fanboys on set are like, yes.
Yeah.
People seemed pleased, so I'm glad of that.
Yeah.
I wonder, right, next time we meet up at San Diego Comic-Con, like last time we did, you were kind of incognito, sort of, because people didn't really know you. I wonder if next time you will get like your own fan entourage.
I don't know. That would be kind of fun, I suppose. It'd be a big responsibility. It's kind of fun to be sort of incognito. Do you know, I went to a comic book shop here in Pasadena the other day because to be quite honest, I wanted to get some Dark Side comic books.
Oh my God, did you get recognized?
No, because I had a mask on because everyone should have one on, right?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Sorry, having had COVID, I'm like militantly pro-mask. But anyway, so I have my mask on, but I was wearing this shirt. And so I get to the I get to the register, and the dude just gives me a look because he notices my shirt, notices what I'm buying, looks at my shirt again, looks at me, and then just kind of rings it up. I mean, I'm sure he encounters all sorts in his comic book shop, but it was kind of funny.
For the longest time, wearing my Zack Snyder shirts in my town, like the rural town, because I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, New Jersey. So
sweet.
And so like I don't expect to run into other Snyder fans. And all of a sudden, this past weekend on Sunday, after the trailer came out, I went out wearing my All the Gods shirt.
Yeah.
And someone at Starbucks actually knew what it was. I've worn that shirt into that store.
That right there is a shining example of what you and the other fans have achieved. Yeah. That right there, that's a huge signpost of what everybody has worked so hard for.
It was just so funny. They were like, "Yo, Zack Snyder," like, yeah. I was like, "Wow."
By the way, I need to get
my hands on Final Crisis. I really do. I think I'm going to order it from like Amazon or something because, not going to order it from Amazon. I'm going to find a privately owned mom and pop comic book shop and buy it from there. But yes, I need to get it.
Well done, Ray.
Enosh sent Dave Perkins and other people. Tell Mr. Tiff Tarkin we say thank you.
Mr.
This is a good question for us all. So, do you guys want to start, or do you want me to start? I like this question.
You start. You've been too quiet.
Actually, I don't have like particular shot. I have a little sequence. I like the one where Alfred says, if you can't bring down the charging bolt, then don't wave the red cape at it. And I like that how the scenes are put together as he says it. Like you see Steppenwolf going down, charging literally, and then you see the hologram of Superman flying up with the red cape. And I just really liked how that looked. With the voiceover over that. I think it's amazing. So that was my favorite.
Yeah. Who's next?
I don't know. Like I kind of like I think everything was my favorite, but I definitely love the shot with Nightmare Batman walking to Joker. Like, I've been obsessed even before we knew Nightmare was a big deal. I've been obsessed with that scenario, with that costume. That costume is a dream costume. So every time I see Nightmare stuff, like, my brain just immediately goes shiny, and I stare harder.
Yeah.
What about you, Ray?
It's hard to pick one. I mean, it really is.
I think I know every scene you were in. That was
No, very funny. No, those are amazing and beautiful. Obviously, but the entire thing is amazing and beautiful. It's one of those. Literally, every shot feeds into the next one, and it's just more and more, and it builds and it builds and it builds. And I just overall, I have to look the thing overall. And there's so many different looks. You know, I keep hearing various. You know, there's obviously a lot of people who are like, I am not going to like it. I don't care. So I hear a lot of that, and that's okay. But one of the complaints is like the look or the color, or that it's too dark. It's like, what are you talking about? There's such diversity of,
it was so bright
light and brightness and darkness and eloquent darkness, beautiful, you know, I mean, all of that stuff. It's visually one of the most arresting things I've seen.
So you'd say it like this.
Is the one directed by Zack Snyder. That's exactly it. Men in Tights. Boom. Absolutely. I loved the entire thing, and you kind of have to take it as a whole, you know, to look at each one. It's hard to break it up. I saw the thing on Twitter where people were posting their favorite shots from it, which is really, really cool. I mean, obviously there's going to be things that speak to different people, and I think that's great. If I were hard pressed to pick one, I don't know that I could do it, because as you look at them, and as I know people have kind of poured through them, you know, like look in the throne room where you look at what is that stained glass, you know, and what is that thing in the background, and what is this, or you look at the mascara falling, or you look at these other things. It's huge, and it's a trailer. It's
the mascara falling.
Study it forever. That is the mascara, is it not?
It is, but that's the temple they keep their mother box in. That's not like the whole island falling.
No. I just call it that, like, you know.
Don't be pointing your omega beams at the Amazons like that. Don't be rude.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
All right. We're getting so many good questions. So let's move with the shots before we keep getting everyone's opinions.
Sorry. Yeah, I was nattering on. I apologize.
It's okay.
No, on as much as you like.
The people are here to listen to you ramble. That's all. Yeah. Tiff, what's your favorite shot?
Besides all of them, I have no joke watched that about 50 times. Like Ray, I've been watching people's reactions and just rewatching it. I do like the bull and red cape metaphor there, but also my favorite was just, you know, losing it when I saw the picture of, you know, Darkseid and Assad and Granny Goodness. I was just like, this is phenomenal. And then at the very end, seeing, you know, Jared Leto's Joker and saying that we live in a society. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So those were definitely some of my favorites. But I can't stop watching the previews. And you see a different side of Steppenwolf in this, because you see him when he's on Themyscira, how he just like takes his weapon and just knocks her off of her horse with not even a second thought.
And then you see him totally humbled when he's kneeling before the sun.
That's
armor is like
I like how
away.
somebody caught the armor going down. Like, I didn't actually catch it in the trailer. I only caught it when somebody put it in the GIF.
I thought, because I saw the way it was rippling, and like I love it when sci-fi places do that instead of taking your helmet off. Like, that's too pedestrian for the future. You have to have it slide down.
And the symbology of just that, of him being this utter and complete monstrous badass, and then kneeling and giving his throat is like, you know, hello, DC Talk with Extended.
And the fact that we saw how big he was in the last movie and seeing how small he looked compared to Darkseid is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I really hope something DC does at some point is like makes a life-size statue of Darkseid, just so we could like especially at a Comic-Con, just so we can walk up and be like, oh
my god, dude, that would be such a cool activation.
Yeah.
Like if they just had a statue of him just chilling, like at the actual height, like no inch too much or too little, just the actual height intended.
Man.
So you can walk up and be like,
somebody's gonna cosplay that and be bumping into stuff all day.
Are you excited to see cosplayers of your?
I bet.
Oh, I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know what I would do if I saw somebody dressed as that character. I think it's just,
the second I see anyone working on a build for that version of Darkseid, I'll be texting you. I'll be like, look, I found someone.
Oh my God, yes. Like if we are at San Diego, you're not there, we see someone, it's gonna be like pictures everywhere, especially Cole. She takes pictures of everything, so you're gonna have it from 50 angles.
I'm waiting for the day when we can all gather together in the same room and say hello and hug and shake hands and all that stuff, man.
Yeah, this time we won't be anxious because we only just met you. We'll just hug you. That's all.
Yes,
exactly. Lorena.
Well, I mean, I have to say I adore Tiff much more type because I have the same scenes that were my favorite, the one with the Joker, because I love Jared as the Joker. I mean, I was like, I can't believe I'm going to see him with Batfleck.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah.
In the same scene, like, I mean,
talking to each other.
Exactly. And the other one was Darkseid and Granny Goodness and the Zack, but especially because Darkseid and Granny Goodness are on my top of DC characters, alongside with Wonder Woman, and I can't even talk. I was like, I can't believe I'm watching them in live action. I mean, and especially Granny Goodness. I don't know. That's all.
Hey, Chris Barton, I would love to come to Belfast. And
stay safe.
Thank you for the work you're doing in the hospital.
Yeah, stay safe out there. And we'll be thinking of you.
Absolutely.
You. And last but not least, darling Fatma.
What do you speak? No. So when I saw the lead up to the trailer, the Darkseid shot with Dissard and Granny Goodness, that just made me go crazy. One, because Dissard, Darkseid, and Steppenwolf as a trio have been my most anticipated interaction, purely because we didn't get it in whatever came out in 2017, and that's the thing that I've just been waiting for so much, especially like Dissard in the Hallelujah trailer. Dissard looks so good, and we didn't even see Dissard, and we didn't even, like, obviously in the Hallelujah trailer we didn't see Darkseid, but we saw Darkseid now. So now it's just coming, all three of them coming together, and it just actually we see Euxus in the Hallelujah trailer, not Darkseid. So now that we've seen all three of them together, that was just the highlight, because somehow, some way, I have become someone who prefers and loves villains.
Welcome to the party, sis.
Yeah.
Apocalypse is gonna come. The good guys. I root for the good guys. I'm rooting for the Justice League to, like, sorry Ray, they have to defeat you. You're awesome, but like, they have to defeat you. Yes, because we need to live in peace, and Darkseid wants to take over. So, like,
under Darkseid, you would live in peace. Apocalypse
in a
is nice.
Globe.
It's warm.
Yeah, it's
in a little globe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have said under Darkseid, you would live in pieces.
I see what you did there.
Great one.
So, it was, those three were my most anticipated, and they delivered in the trailer. But all in all, the entire trailer from beginning to end, I went through a different, like, emotional ride, and then the perspective, and like just looking back to the journey and what we're getting now and what we're seeing in terms of some of the scenes that we had before but look completely different and have a completely different context, which is so amazing that this trailer managed to capture the context and the difference that we're getting. And then it wasn't just that, it was also like the new things that we got, and how that fits into this new universe that we're about to, like, explore on March 18th. But the thing that stood out to me is that how the score and how the music makes it feel so much more grander, I guess. Which is why the entirety of the trailer just speaks to me. And for anyone who watched my trailer reaction, I did not see the Joker coming at the end at all. And when he started saying, "We live in a society," that's all that goes into my head every single day. But in general, the entire trailer was just phenomenal, and
the music was
an amazing job.
I thought the music was absolutely astonishing for that thing. I mean, starting with the the Lisa Gerrard vocals going into it, and then that full soundtrack comes in. Oh, probably I want to amend my earlier statement. I think probably my favorite part of the trailer is watching the reactions.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, I mean, it's fair. Yeah, I love the trailer. I think it's brilliant. I mean, I'm happy with it as a film, frankly. It's astonishing and amazing, and Zack is a master artist. But watching those reactions, that's next level.
I felt,
go through it's the best.
I felt so bad with my reaction because like everyone was looking forward to it, and then half of the video I'm just in stunned silence staring at it like
I have to tell you, my mother only recently kind of became aware of like the whole fan thing and and all that stuff. She will send me text messages through the day of, I just watched the Nerd Queen's reaction to this thing, or I just watched the Cyber Nerds reaction to this. I just probably, and she's like into it, because for the same reason I am. It's that joy. It's I mean, I sent her the trailer, obviously, and she was like, "That's really cool, that's great." But she gets excited like I do watching the people who love this stuff react. That's the most exciting thing. I just love it. My mom's pleased.
Oh, how cute.
Love you, Mom.
She rocks.
I like this Dark Side family would make a really cool heavy metal band.
Yeah.
That would be.
I just
Happy
thought
holidays.
I literally, do you guys know I don't know the name of the YouTube channel, but you're familiar with the videos where where people do rap battles? I have a feeling there's going to be a Dark Side versus Thanos one after the cut is out and they have footage to work with. I just feel that coming.
The first track Junkies scored drops tomorrow.
Yes, he's dropping it tomorrow.
I can't wait.
I didn't know about that. I mean,
I didn't know about it either because it was very obscurely posted, but everyone's been talking about it. But yeah, it's going to drop tomorrow.
So
very
nice. Perfect.
Very exciting.
No, only one track airs tomorrow. Somebody asked a really interesting question: if we thought that Joker would succumb to the anti-life equation, or if he wouldn't because he's too crazy, and he definitely wouldn't. 110% would not. That man is way too wired.
What part of all of existence are you not getting?
Listen,
next segment of this live stream, Dark Side versus Cole.
Yeah,
I would lose. I give up. I'm not even gonna play. She would kick my ass.
But it's like Dark Side wants all of existence. He just didn't count on someone like Joker. He probably
exactly right.
He goes to take over Joker. Like, you know what? You're nuttier than squirrel poop. Go away.
Wow. Nuttier than squirrel. Yeah, I could see Darkseid saying that, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jared Leto, have you guys seen The Little Things?
Yeah.
Not yet. I have to watch it.
I did.
Dude, he's amazing. He's
my favorite part.
He's amazing in like anything he gets to be a little bit cray-cray.
He's a brilliant actor.
Yes.
He doesn't have an Oscar.
And like talking about Morbius, oh my god, I am absolutely looking forward to Morbius.
Right.
Oh yeah, more like literally I've been waiting so long for someone to cast Jared Leto as a vampire, and the fact they cast him for Morbius, it was like
perfect.
Okay, but can we talk about the part where somebody was interviewing what it was like to play Morbius, and he said, "I'm not used to play characters that are like me."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he confirmed he's a vampire.
I was like, someone's got to check on this guy. He might need to spend some time in the Happy Hotel.
Yeah.
He's such a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
He's
Like talking about little
spellbound.
things, Rami Malek.
Fantastic in the film.
do with-
I mean, that whole cast was
And
incredible.
Denzel too, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
having those three
Yes.
together. Again, it's like there's always a magic trio in everything.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's funny.
Oh, sorry, Joshua.
Whenever I think of Rami Malek and I remember he was in Twilight, I'm always like, wow. Like, he's
Wait,
one of
what?
those- Rami Malek was in Twilight.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played one of the vampires that come to help the Cullen family.
Yeah.
Because he's got special powers and he's super charming and he's suave. He's not creepy like Michael Sheen.
Yeah.
Hey, I like
He's
Michael
cute there.
Sheen, okay?
No, Michael
Hey,
Sheen.
I
Me
love
too.
me some Michael Sheen.
Oh, I love him too. But it was funny.
I played Beelzebub to his Lucifer. He's a great
Yeah.
guy.
He's amazing, and like his range is just completely insanity. Like I went and I was trying to show my dad different roles he's done to exemplify his range, and I was just like, well, I'm completely spellbound by this guy again.
Yeah, I was laughing recently because I saw
Yep.
I think it was on Facebook or somewhere. There were like these short snippet videos. It was Michael Sheen and David Tennant on like a
Yes.
phone call.
Yeah, it's
It was,
the
like, so funny.
and I'm not remembering the name right now, but it's an entire series actually, and it was something they did in lockdown where they're playing themselves, trying to put
Yeah.
together a play. Find it and watch the entire thing. It's fantastic. You don't have to be an actor. You'll laugh a lot. It's wonderful.
You know how much I love David Tennant. He's my favorite doctor of all time.
Same.
Yes. Sorry.
Look at us just fangirling over like everyone.
Look, this is this is the curse of a fangirl, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
Oh. What?
We are experiencing a lull.
Hang on a second. Somebody was
No,
asking.
I'm talking about like awesome shots in the movie. Superman and his like laser beam eyes. That shot just oh my god. Is it laser beams? I have no idea. Whatever it is that shoots out of his eyes. Fire. Death.
Yeah.
Cool. It just looks so good, and especially the fact that it's in the black suit, which is just so beautiful and so perfect.
Yeah.
And one shot that I really loved is the shot that brings back the shot that like he's the one where he's got his fist to the ground.
Yes.
Yes.
And like he's got all of those things flying, which was such a great homage to like
That was
Man of Steel, and that his first flight, and now this one is his first flight post Rebirth, and I just think, good, that is poetic and perfect.
That's the thing is there's so much storytelling going on in the trailer. It's mind-boggling. There's so many intricate things. I mean, to try to pick one favorite shot or moment from it's hard because it'd be like one shot comes on, you're like, that's my favorite. No, that one's my favorite. No, wait, that one's my favorite.
Yeah.
I really quick, I just pulled this up because Rimslim was freaking out in the comments about Rami Malek. It's like, yes, he was in Twilight. He controlled the weather.
Yeah.
I absolutely have no recollection of this. None whatsoever.
No? I mean, I remember because I watch the movies almost every day. I mean, I love Twilight. I'm not ashamed, okay?
How do I turn this off? Oh, there's the button.
Hello.
I liked him as Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
That show was okay. It was a little too convoluted for me, but we would see a lot of activations for it at Comic-Con, and it was always really crazy. What is it, Fatma? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Tiff, bring it out again.
Do
What is
what?
it?
Show the Funko again.
It's a Funko of who?
Mr. Robot.
The robot.
It's so cool.
Mr. Robot.
I love the show.
The show is amazing.
Yeah, right?
I liked him as Mr. Robot, but then you got him as Freddie Mercury. I mean, he
no, spoiler it. Just yeah, I haven't finished. I haven't started the final season because I'm in denial that this show is finished.
Oh, I want to know what you think about the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to like the amazing parallels that you see, it's like, especially like, was it you, Lorena, or someone else on the timeline who pointed it out? It was really interesting how, at the beginning of the trailer, it was Lex Luthor, who's Superman's arch nemesis, talking about how, like, how what's it called? He's talking about Superman and how the bell's been rung and everyone's heard it. And oh my god, the shot of Superman with his scream coming out in those little rings and being heard everywhere. Wow, divine, sublime.
I just like how it was done with the because we've known, or Zack told us, the scream, Superman's scream is what wakes up mother boxes. Yeah. And I just love how the trailer conveyed that. Like, I've been watching some of the reaction, and like you were saying, Ray, how you enjoy watching reactions. I really enjoy watching those of people who are not as informed as we are, or are not informed at all about any of this. And then they watch the trailer, and it's literally, you can tell how they're trying to decipher like what's going on in that scene and why is there like a shockwave coming out.
Well, that's the thing I love about watching all the reactions is there's people who are absolute experts and they know the meaning behind all of this other stuff, and there are people who are new to it.
Yes.
And the end result is the same. There seems to be great joy. Why are you holding a rubber chicken?
Why aren't you?
I've got my USB holder.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
But it holds my USB charging cable because all of the recharging shall be mine. Anyway.
I love it. But by the way, we keep talking about the trailer, but I have it here. Do you guys want to watch it since we're talking about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll put the chicken away.
What do you think, Ray? Should we watch it?
Roll it. Are you kidding?
Yes,
I can't see enough of it.
Roll it.
Yeah.
All right,
Roll it.
Let's roll it then.
Make sure the sound is on.
Okay.
The bells didn't rung. I'm in the dark, among the stars. The god is dead. I had a dream. Almost like a premonition. But there's an attack coming. I know. Which one won for? I need warriors. I'm building an alliance to defend our cities.
How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bull, I don't wave the red cape at it.
I was sent here for a reason. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, find out what memories it has.
He said the age of heroes would never come again.
It will. It has to. We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Batman?
It's just so damn good.
Perfection.
So good.
So
So good. I mean, it just like you watch this trailer and then you look at other trailers and you're just in awe. I mean, it's so good.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It's a mini 2-minute movie, and we get to see 4 hours of it. And
I know.
So now, Ray, actually, how do you feel about that? With it going from a 4-part miniseries to now down to like a 4-hour, just like one-shot movie?
I don't know, maybe it comes from doing theater and specifically Shakespeare, but I'm like 3-4 hours. Psh, come on, let's go.
Exactly.
You know, yeah, I think honestly, if it was broken up into pieces, people would be watching it straight through anyway. I mean, I know I would.
Yeah.
If I must compare Darkseid with another famous villain of literature or of pop culture, who could it be? That's a great question. It's very interesting. You know, you have this malicious god who's just all about like this is all going to be mine. It's, I mean, this horrible, I mean, for the best analogy I can make is this terrible king, you know. It's a tough analogy to make because the story is so rich. I mean, going back through the history of Darkseid / Uxas and all of the various concatenations within the DC universe, you can see why people who started out loving things like Greek mythology or literature like Shakespeare and that sort of thing would gravitate toward these huge sweeping tales in comic books. It would be difficult for me, honestly, if I think about it, to compare Darkseid. I can't really put my finger on anything else that's like, oh yeah, that's definitely Darkseid. It's not that easy, and maybe that's what's so interesting about that character, is that you can't really compare him with anybody else. I mean, honestly, even Thanos, you can't really compare because they're very different. They're, very different deals. So yeah, it's a great question, and I really wish I could answer it. I think probably other people would have much more informed answers of it.
Whoa.
But it's wow.
Okay.
Oh my God, Rick. I know, it's infinity.
Yeah. What?
What is this? Wait,
What is that?
Okay.
Emma's gotta put on her spectacles.
I know this is after dark, but this is just a little too much after dark.
Shout
Oh
out
my
to
God.
Morning Waynes for making a Steppenwolf face.
Oh my God, Ray is gonna be.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to like just spring that on everyone, but oh my God, now we're meta again. Anyway, but I saw that and I just couldn't not.
There are days when I just think, Noah, get the boat. Let's just take it all.
I mean,
wow. Okay.
Okay.
yeah, that was.
But anyway, to what we were talking, I was thinking that maybe
Thank you,
Darkseid.
Nana.
No, I think what sets Darkseid apart from, like you said, pretty much everyone is that he's kind of being above all beings, being that he's a god. So it's really hard to compare unless you.
Well, and also, I mean, what we see of Darkseid is just a physical incarnation. It's essentially a vessel that Darkseid has chosen to inhabit for whatever is at that time and necessary. So it's just, I mean, imagine if, God was malicious.
Yeah.
And
I think that.
And after seeing the Steppenwolf dildo, I have some doubts that God would be very kind. Yikes. I'm sorry to call back to that. Let's change the subject. Kitties, penguins, fun things. Come on.
Yeah.
Please hurry. I want to rip my own eyes out.
I'm sorry to spring that on everyone without asking. It just, I saw that and I was like,
how do you ask, though? I mean, I don't think there's any other way than to spring it on someone without asking. Because how do you ask? Hey, would you mind if I brought this out?
If I showed it,
yes, I would mind. Yes, I would very much mind.
But it's funny. It's funny.
I mean, I worked in Spencer's for a summer, so
Oh, God help you.
I guess that says a lot about how I feel about censoring those things. I'm like, whatever.
Wow.
Dildos. Used to stalk those every day.
Yikes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Okay, but aside from that picture, 60
Yes.
million views. That's what I care about here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't it incredible, the momentum and just how far reaching and how huge it is? It's wonderful. And again, that's why I keep going back and watching the trailers. It's like this celebration of I don't know if victory is the right word, but just it's so marvelous watching people so happy about all of it and seeing the comments, online and seeing the reactions and everything. It's so much about people, and really, really, really wonderful to see how happy people are about it.
Yeah. In moments like this, like the world is upside down, it's like a ray of sunshine.
We need it.
Yeah.
We need it, all of us. I mean, I was speculating with a friend recently about, we were talking about quarantine and how it's been a year or more, and people are complaining they're not sleeping right, or they can't do the things that they enjoy anymore, or they just can't, and I said, honestly, if you think about it, the whole world's kind of clinically depressed right now, and people are having to negotiate those waters. There's others who've lived with it all their lives and it's fairly familiar, but there's a lot of people that this is a new thing, and what do they do? And so moments like this are incredibly important, and they also connect us. I mean, my God, look at us. England, Spain, America. I mean, this is so important.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, the comment here kind of sums it up, I think.
Yeah.
A lot, as far as this fandom goes.
The trailer's still on the trending page on YouTube, so if that doesn't show Warner Brothers that 2 days later people are still watching this trailer, then I don't know what will.
Yeah.
Well, there's just, I mean, the bottom line is that this cannot be ignored. It isn't easily pushed back down into a box. It just isn't. And without any rancor, without any, anger about how someone responded to it or whatever, it's just kind of going on its own accord. That sounds grand. Sign me up. Yes. To answer that question, how does the Zack Snyder's JL2 sound? I'll look and see if my schedule's open.
Yeah, your schedule. You'd be behind without the camera on. Wipe it out. I don't care what is happening.
Well, also, honestly, as I've said before, Zack Snyder, I would work for under pretty much any circumstance. He's that kind of a person, that kind of an artist, that kind of a director. I'd work for that man under any circumstances.
Which goes to a testament as to how and why this entire thing, this entire journey is so, so important. At the moment, we're all wrapped up and so excited with the trailer, and listening to DC Films Squadcast and Scott and Tim talking about the trailer and like everything. I remembered the journey, because I know that they had their journey as well, and my journey, and like every single person here and in the comments and on everywhere in this community has had their journey with this. And to think back and in retrospect, or like to think just to think back in general and see the journey from like 2017 when we first saw it, and then the days before that when we were all like, no, they could never screw him over, they could never do this, they could never do that, and this is the movie that we're gonna get. And then that shock, and then what we did with the shock and the heartbreak that we got, because we knew that, one, Zack was treated so badly, two, that the movie wasn't what we wanted or what we saw, and three, every single person who was supposed to be in the movie that was removed was done so badly as well. So, what we did with that, we raised money for AFSP over the last 4 years now. We raised $500,000 for AFSP using these shirts by showing our love for the movie, but also like, that's such a great initiative. I know that Cole and Mick found AFSP. Cole, Nana, and Mick found AFSP, I believe, or something.
No, we found Ink to the People. Mick found AFSP through Zack.
Yeah, so that initiative was such a great way to do it. So then we raised money, we campaigned, we made sure that our voices were heard, and we also joined as a community. And when we raised money, we did the amazing Deck the Halls thing, and we did so many other events. And that is why this movie and this trailer and everything that we have is so, so important. And Zack Snyder, he's the one who's like, he's such a great and wonderful person, and every single person who's worked with him, whether it's on Sucker Punch, 300, Watchmen, Army of the Dead, every single person has said about his work ethic, his willingness to listen. Ray Fisher was able to sit down with Zack Snyder and Chris Terrio and actually shape the story of a black man in Justice League and how that would look like. So whilst you watch the trailer, for us as fans, it means so much, because each and every one of us has the journey and has seen how hard it is to get it and how amazing it was to go through it. And to see the characters that we love being done their right justice, that is what to me means the absolute world. And, you know, I try not to look at that movie, but also comparing it and seeing how the audacity to create that movie and then call it Zack's is crazy. But now is the time to celebrate and just appreciate every single step. And
another thing you touched on, which is absolutely valid, and I know Zack has said it. Y'all were noisy and sometimes a little factionalistic and would tag me in crap that I really didn't want to be tagged in. You know, like any group of people who are passionate about something, you bicker about things. But at the end of the day, there is one absolutely inalienable fact of this fandom. And it doesn't have to do with the movie. It has to do with the whole AFSP thing. Y'all saved lives. And that is no small thing. This fandom, through enacting with Ink to the People and through with AFSP and all of that, there are people alive today who are with us that we wouldn't have because of the efforts given to the support given to AFSP and their efforts to prevent suicide. Y'all have saved lives. It's overwhelming. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think that's personally for me anyway. Obviously, when we joined all this, it was a lot of it. It was about a movie and it was about Zack, but I think the thing that kind of convinced me like to join the fight actively, not just to like sort of be a bystander and watch it unfold, was the charity work.
You know, watching the trailer, it's funny. I don't know. The one thing that really rang with me really hard watching that trailer every time I've watched it is, yes, there's all of this amazing visual stuff going on, and these are superheroes and gods and all of this stuff. And yet there's so much humanity. There's so much about people, about, you know, I mean, Lois reaching out, you know, for Clark's hand, and the Flash, you know, with his father, and fathers and sons and family and humans. And, you know, like one mirror said to the other when the trick was over, it's all done with people. And the parallel is that this whole movement and everything is about that connection, that contact, that, you know, people. And that to me is what kind of the soul of the trailer is too.
Yeah.
Wonderful thing. I know I'm sounding all poetic and I'll stop now, or, you know, pull up that dildo picture again or something. But it really is no small thing. And there we go. Yeah, because everything is made better by a rubber chicken.
You can thank my dad for that one.
Well, your dad rocks. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
I have like a question, and I don't know if like this would be a bit. But okay, so from the lore that you know with Darkseid, let's say there was a Justice League 2. This is all hypothetical, guys. Don't write like blogs or anything. I just want to know what what Ray's
Breaking
favorite,
news. Fatma said Justice League 2 is happening.
No, I'm no one. But what I'm asking,
You are
I would like to
someone.
know from like the roster in New Gods and in like Darkseid's backstories. So let's say we do get a Justice League 2. What would your personal favorite thing to happen be in that scenario, should it happen, which hopefully restore the Snyderverse does happen?
I mean, I would love to see Darkseid get a little more hands-on, rather than sending his agent that it's like, well, if you want a job done right, you got to do it yourself. And I'd like to see that. I'd like to see more of the world of Apocalypse. I'd like to see more of the various people within that, and see a true like Helm's Deep type battle. I would love that.
Yeah.
Which I think honestly, I think we're going to see battles that surpass Helm's Deep in this film, but I would love to see that.
That's a tall order, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And I probably have pissed some people off by saying that. Sorry. But just that sort of vast, almost unimaginable numbers, and that kind of thing. I would just like to see the story continue. I'd like to see within the league itself, those characters and various relationships and things like that, deeper and, more. Basically I would want more,
Is there a story arc particularly that you've loved, or something that you might want to like have? Or not even have, just like, what's your favorite Darkseid story arc that you've read or like known about, or any story arc from DC in general? That would be really
yeah. I mean, there's honestly, trying to pick one, Fatma, is hard for me. First of all, my knowledge, and I freely say this, is not as encyclopedic as many people's. I'm educating myself. It's part of the reason why I went and bought Darkseid comics. Is like, well, I probably should do a bit more reading.
I love when actors do that, by the way. It means so much to us as fans to see the actors who play these characters read the comics.
You know Amazing. What? I would be open again. I'd be open to working with Zack under any circumstances. And when I read that, I don't know if it's for real. I don't know if it's true about the Arthur thing, but as a sword fighter, and as someone who kind of looks the part, man, are you kidding me? I'd be killing. I spent, I have to say, probably 50% of my time watching Game of Thrones going, how come I'm not in there doing that?
That's when you got to yell at your agent, be like, listen, you suck.
Hey, get me in Game of Thrones, man. But anyway,
I mean, there's the prequels that they're working on now.
Yeah, you can be one as the spin-off.
Yes, come on now. I have my own hair and beard and everything.
We're in HBO Max, right? So like,
just
call them
like, dude, like, where am I? I'm Darkseid.
Friends with Henry Cavill, you could always go to The Witcher.
True that. Like they go to The Witcher.
I mean, look, if all of existence shall be yours, start with Game of Thrones.
Come on now. If all of existence was mine and I started with Game of Thrones, there'd be a whole new season 8. I can tell you that. Before we go down that path,
preach.
Anyhow, as a fan, I was so upset. But anyway,
we feel you.
Back to Fatma's question. It sounds like a cop out, but as a generalized thing, I would just want more. I would love to explore anything that would want to be explored in that sort of thing. And if I were to, obviously, I'd be really grateful if I was involved in some way. I would hope that would be wonderful, but I'd love to just see more of the story, more of the stories, but yeah.
Great. About this Game of Thrones season 8, do you have a problem with the storyline as a whole, or do you just feel like there should be more elaboration?
No, I just kind of felt like, as far as with season 8, it just felt like, first of all, I understand, how do you end something so epic? trying to find an end is hard. If you're a fan of Stephen King, which I am, some of those books, those huge things, it's like, how do you end?
It's not ended yet. He's taken forever.
True, but like, how do you possibly end things that are that huge and that vast? That being said, I do wish that there'd been a little bit more care taken with the story in season 8.
I feel like season 8 was great until like the last few episodes.
That's exactly. I mean,
and it was like you could seriously just rewrite like
it just sort of dwindled, and I didn't want it to,
Yeah.
So that's all. It kind of felt like, okay, guys,
for me, it felt rushed. Not necessarily that the story wasn't plausible. It's just the way that they got there was too rushed.
Yeah, it was like, let's get it done.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can tell you every time I've had to move house, which is probably my least favorite activity on the earth, I start out putting everything in boxes really nicely and taping it nicely and labeling it. And by the end, when I'm really tired and I'm getting down to the last few bits, I'm just shoving stuff in boxes and let's get the hell out of here. And it kind of felt a little like season 8 was that for me.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah.
A lot.
So, yeah.
I mean, I get it. I mean, like you take a story and you make it interesting and all that, but then I wouldn't know how to finish. But because, for example, the TV show or the books from the Alienist, I don't know if you.
Oh, the Alienist, yeah.
Exactly. It was like the story was amazing and the characters and all that, but the finished part felt like this is weak.
How do you end? And it's a big challenge. I mean, that's people who write stories that are that rich and that are that huge, at some point it has to end. How do you do that gracefully and in a fulfilling way? That's a huge challenge.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
No matter how much of a problem she is now, J.K. Rowling did handle ending the final Harry Potter book really
She did end it well. I think that Tolkien did. He ended Lord of the Rings really, really well. I was just so sad that the book was over when I got to the end of it. It's and that's the other one, is the mark of a really good story is you're just so sad when it's over. And honestly, I'd have to say with like season 8 of Game of Thrones, and we won't stay on this too much longer, I felt even before the end, a few episodes before the end, I'm like, don't do this, please don't do. Oh no, oh damn it, and that was sad.
Yeah, so, even the actors were like, when they were asked about the show and the last season of the actors, they were like, yeah, it's good. This season is great.
It's hard. And I'm not slanging shit at anybody, writers or producers or anything like that. Who the hell am I to do that? But just as a fan and as someone who really appreciates the story, it's tough. My favorite film, this is a question. There is a movie that was made in the 80s called Local Hero by a director named Bill Forsyth. And it is my absolute favorite movie ever.
Oh.
So look it up.
Yeah.
Yes, now we all have homework.
Gotta look it up. That's my favorite. But I'm a big fan of story. I mean, I just, I think anybody is. My favorite author is an author named Umberto Eco.
I know that.
Yeah. And it's one of those people that makes me wish I was fluent in Italian so that I could read it untranslated, even just to get the complete undiluted. But he wrote, most famously, he wrote The Name of the Rose, which was made into a movie. But my favorite book of his is Foucault's Pendulum. There's, again, just massive, huge storytelling.
Yeah. We studied him in literature, but I didn't get to read any of his stuff.
I'm a fan of his. I also love Italo Calvino. I love Borges. Those writers really.
Oh, here is Max. Max is our
there
Italian.
It is. Umberto Eco.
President.
Yeah, man. God, his book Baudolino. Oh, anybody who's into history or that sort of thing, you just lose your mind. So,
Yeah.
There we go. So now we have a reading list and
we have a reading list and a viewing list.
Yeah.
Go find local
Perfect.
hero.
Look, we got a month until Zack Snyder's Justice League is out. So
What are we gonna do? I know.
Sadly, I have to study.
Oh,
Oh, you have a
What are you-
final coming
what are
up?
you studying?
I mean, it's like a big exam. It's not like because I'm trying out. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but to go to university.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not university. It's like a kind of academy or something like that. And I'm studying tourism. I want to be a tour guide.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, I have a big exam March 5th, and I don't know. Let's see how it goes.
All right. Well, we will send good thoughts. Studious and good thoughts.
Thank
Yes.
you, Ray.
That's cool.
yeah,
We hear
the
that every
Flash
time.
thing,
Joey,
it's only go on. Sorry.
Joey commented that Darkseid is so cultured. I love it. We hear that every time we talk to you, Ray. And people are always like, Darkseid is so cultured and so mystical and such. We always hear that.
I'm just endlessly curious. You know, like I think most people are. I just happen to be endlessly curious about certain things, I guess. I don't know. Buena suerte, Lorena. Sí.
Gracias.
And I also think, you know, that's I remember when I was small and, you know, at night, if I couldn't sleep, my mother was amazing in so many ways. And one of the ways was she would say, okay, if you can't sleep, use the time. You've got books.
Oh,
And-
I wish my mother
That is
said
a,
that.
that is a trap.
Well-
That's a trap. That's no.
That would never
I've
happen
got
with my
time
mom.
and someone gives me a book. Do you know what happens? I end up staying up all night and finishing it.
It happens to
Same.
Me
too.
too.
It definitely happens to me as well. And it's funny now, you know, narrating audiobooks, you would think that my sort of voraciousness would be tamped down a bit. It's just simply not. I've got 4 or 5 books going that I'm not getting paid to narrate, you know, that I love. I think that probably the one thing I hope to never, ever lose is curiosity.
Yeah.
And we all have the resources to educate ourselves about something if we're ignorant about it. And how many languages can I speak? I only know little phrases in a lot of different languages. I love language and wish that I could speak all of them fluently. As I was talking with Lorena just before the broadcast, I know un poquito español because I live in Los Angeles and Spanish is spoken so much here. I know little phrases in different languages. I, at one point, kind of collected insults and epithets in different languages.
I'm the same. I've only collected phrases in other languages. I really struggle to learn like the whole language, but
Right.
I can speak parts of like little pieces of like dozens of languages.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's always been about, you know, as far as learning even little things, greetings or how to say thank you or whatever. I think it's good manners, and it's also a show of respect. And Americans, it's funny. I think Americans got so used to the rest of the world knowing English that they think that that's just okay somehow. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Most of the rest of the world speaks multiple languages. You know,
Nana speaks a lot of Wait, there she is. She speaks a lot of languages.
yeah,
lot.
exactly. So, you know, and I'm always in awe of people who have, you know, 5 or 6 of those. It's again, I guess it has to do with that sort of being endlessly curious.
Is
I
it
don't know, you know?
6 or 8 languages you can speak, Nana?
No, 5.
5?
5?
You've lowered the number?
Good God.
So she speaks
5?
English,
Yes. Yes.
Slovak, Russian,
Damn.
German.
And
some
German?
German,
Oh my God.
and she did at one point know some Japanese.
Wow.
I do still know some Japanese.
Yeah, but you said now it's down to 5, so that's 6.
No, по-русски.
Да.
Я не понимаю по-русски. I just said I
What
don't
did you
speak
say?
Russian. Sorry.
She can speak Russian. She just doesn't like it. She's not happy about it.
Yeah, I know. I love languages and just, you know.
I've been trying to learn Czech for the last, how long have I
Czech
been
is
using
really
it?
hard.
It's just so pretty. And like, so what I'm half Hispanic, so everyone expects me to be fluent in Spanish, but I'm also partially an idiot. So I can't learn Spanish to save my life. I can actually understand. I can
speak fluent idiot though.
I can overhear people and understand them,
yeah,
but
that's my thing. Yeah.
but I can't like reply to them in their language or what have you. And like I just failed at Spanish. And then I tried German and that worked kind of. I picked up a bunch of phrases from German. And then I started trying Czech, and that's really difficult because my tongue can't do all the weird noises, but it's really pretty. And like like listening to Nana talk to people in Czech has become one of my favorite things. She lived with me for a little bit, and one of my favorite things was when I would get home from work, I'd fall asleep to her sitting next to me on the phone with her grandmother, and they were talking in Czech. And sometimes it was like, it wouldn't be like soft or soothing, but it was just the sound. It just like sounded so nice.
Well, I think it goes back to my mom talking about can't sleep, you've got books, you know, use the time, especially in quarantine. I certainly look back and wish that I had used the time even better. I'd be a better guitar player than I am now and all of that. But the fact is that there's endless amounts of information available to all of us. That can be a blessing or a curse. But if you're ignorant about something, get comfortable with the fact that you don't know and learn. You can. It doesn't take a lot to educate yourself, and I do wish that more people would employ that. You know?
I got my brother the Rosetta a few years ago. I got my brother the Rosetta Stone for learning Dothraki. We'll see if that comes to anything.
Dothraki, okay. All right.
It was a convention exclusive. I thought it was cool.
All right.
I don't think he's ever used it.
I know people speak Klingon and you know.
Hey, there's somebody in the comments just saying I'm learning.
You're learning Klingon. There you go.
Like literally, like there are phrases from different languages, fictional and real. Like I can like I've got phrases from Star Wars languages like Hatis. Or like I know a few phrases in Swahili from when I was in the choir. That's a weird one. Gaelic because I am Irish.
Yeah, I know a little bit of Gaelic here and there. Yeah, it's again, curiosity, you know.
Yeah.
Don't know something, learn it.
Exactly. You learn something every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally.
Speaking of curiosity, I actually have a question regarding the fact when you were doing the voice of Darkseid. Now, I know a lot of voice actors will be able to kind of see scenes or see, you know, what they look like on screen. So, did you get a chance to see like Darkseid as you were doing the voiceovers, or was that all done in post production? And were you seeing it for the first time? I
had seen at the time that I recorded. At the time that I did the part, you know, the mocap and screen cap and all of that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm just reading Fabrizio's statement. Hello. I had seen a photo. I had seen an image.
Okay.
And I wish I could say like, you know, there was like, you know, a lot of different tries on the voice, or that, you know, we really worked on, it just kind of happened. The voice just sort of came out. I know that it's a real different, very, very specific sound that I have to make for that voice. It's like a real, you know, different thing, but I've heard a snippet with a bit of post on it. It sounds quite good. I'm proud that it's still mostly me, or at least it was, you know, the last I heard it. And I hope people will be pleased. I think they will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we will be.
I hope so.
Look, we will.
If it's anything even remotely like Beelzebub, and then
It's not though. It's different. That's a
but
different.
like if it has the
different
same
thing.
like flavor, like like it just it doesn't sound like you're just talking as you're talking as the character.
Well, it's also
Like-
it's heightened language. The best that I could compare it to. No, I just mean heightened language. I'm still speaking English, but it's
No, I know what you mean by
you know,
bilingual.
it's like you know, it would be a bit like doing Shakespeare.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, but you know,
Honestly, I can't wait to hear it. I think it'll be awesome.
I'm
Yeah, I
looking
think so
forward
too.
to it. I'm looking forward to a lot of that. I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to all 4 hours.
I hope you know. I hope you know that the day it comes out, you will have to mute Twitter and stuff because I will be texting you as I'm watching it.
Oh, she won't text me if she's watching it. She'll text you. All right, I see how
I'm
it
going
is.
to go into I'm going to go into my little. I'm going to go into my little viewing dome and just watch it with no interruptions.
Like
Yeah.
I'm looking
Turns
forward to
turns on the phone to thousands of notifications after that.
Yeah. Although I
looking-
will say, word to the wise, lay off the fluids prior to watching it if you plan on doing all 4 hours. Because
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
okay. The pause button's there for a reason.
the
It'll be
human
okay.
bladder is a real thing. Yeah,
And don't give yourself UTIs because of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being able to actually like hear Darkseid's voice, but when I put my headphones in, I love like I don't know why. Maybe it's because of all the years I spent singing, but I love when you can take the recording of something that's really like feels really good without headphones, and then you put on noise canceling headphones and you shut
Yeah.
everything out and you hear it and just like
Hear it all. Yeah,
and shivers down your spine. I am looking forward to that so much.
absolutely.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm mostly, I got to say at this point, yes, I'm very much looking forward to seeing it, but a close second and maybe running in a tie with first is coming back and dancing around the fire with all the fans and, you know, going on Twitter and seeing people's reactions and you know, and celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be amazing. I
So
mean,
that's why we're doing Justice Con 2 afterwards.
Yes, can't wait.
yes. That'll be
Nice.
one big celebrations.
Be there. Do I get a lanyard again?
Do you want one?
Of course.
And,
Then
Yeah.
make it happen.
I'm not allowed out of the house, man. I got to get a lanyard.
of course.
Yeah, we'll get you one.
Nana has to
Everything for
design
Dark
another badge.
My lanyard is proudly displayed in the living room next to Mini Me and Mini Darkside. So
Oh,
Yeah, no, we'll get you one.
sweet.
Zayn
We've got to
Muhammad.
figure out design for them this year, but yeah.
Yeah, we gotta figure that part out. We're actually working with a few artists already.
Will
so-
it have a rubber chicken in it?
No,
Okay.
No, it's not because
Nana
I am
would
the one
never-
designing it. So
Nana would never let me.
All right.
Zayn Muhammad asks, "What's it like working with Ciarán Hinds?"
Kieran is a
Oh,
wonderful,
thank you, Kieran.
yeah. Kieran is a wonderful person and a wonderful, amazing actor. And honestly, because I've been a fan of his for so long, all of the lanyards shall be mine. Because I've been a fan of his for so long, you know, I did have to, like I've had to do on several occasions when there are people that I really admire. I'm working with them, and I need a second to just be like, I'm working with Ciarán Hinds.
You're like, "Hi."
hi.
But he's so kind. He's an actor's actor. He really is. He's just he's brilliant. I love him. And Peter Guinness, love him. Not as well known maybe to people over here, but I love him.
No, he's amazing.
Had a grand time. And someday I'll share the photo. Maybe after the movie's out, I'll share the photo of the three of us in our screen capture suits riding in a golf cart and laughing.
That needs to go on the internet.
Yeah, that's one for the books.
I have
Yeah.
to say that probably my most favorite moment of shooting was we were doing, you know, we had these little cameras on that just showed our faces, and you could obviously on set you could hear, you know, and if you looked on a monitor you could see the faces, and they wanted to do something of just me And so Peter and Kieran were out of the room over, I guess, over in Video Village. And I finished my thing and they both came out and were like hugging me and like, oh, that was great. You know, that was wonderful. And that feeling of, you know,
camaraderie.
People you admire, older actors, people who've done more than you have, to give you that, it meant the world to me. You know, because I understand. I mean, I went into this with a pretty healthy dose of imposter syndrome, which I have at the best of times anyway. And, you know, I mean, I remember even when the leak happened and, you know, people were like, oh, you should go on Twitter and say hi to people and all that. There was this feeling of like, yeah, but, you know, somebody's going to be like, who the F is this? You know, and I really didn't want that because, I mean, I'm an actor. I've been working for a number of years doing a lot of different things, but not well known. And, you know, it's fine. I'm able to make a living and do all that stuff. It keeps you humble. But nobody did that. Everybody was really, really kind. Everybody was really welcoming. And it felt like a hug, a little like Kieran and Peter giving me a hug after. But the thing I was most proud of was to have these two actors that I admire so much coming over and, you know, kind of attaboy kid, you know, and it's something I'll hold on to forever.
Yeah.
You know,
so cute and precious. these big bad guys all hugging it out and like being proud of each other.
Yeah.
Very kind.
It's funny because
the way I see it, right? Wherever you go, you're gonna get more hugs.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'll take them, especially after a hugless year.
Yeah, just make sure vaccinate first, and then you can hug Darkseid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's funny because I always say on Twitter every time photos from Darkseid and Steppenwolf came out, I said I don't fear them. They look just like puppies. I mean, I don't want.
See, knowing you, Ray, and having actually like hugged you and met you, it's like I see Darkseid. I'm like, but I know there's a teddy bear under there.
Yeah,
it's fun playing. It's fun playing what people call bad guys. It's fun. You get to, you know, do some stuff you wouldn't normally do. But no, man, I'm just, you know, again, I keep saying it over and over and over again, and I'm probably not going to stop saying, so strap in. I'm just grateful. You know. Oh my God. Okay, Joshua, first of all, you're a PhD student, dude. Major, mad, huge respect that you're even endeavoring that. And not something that I ever had the wherewithal or the strength to do. So you got my respect already. I think everybody kind of suffers from imposter syndrome a little bit. I know everybody has a moment where they're like, I mean, I can remember Almost Famous, you know, standing there on the stage during, you know, the Fever Dog scene and thinking, my God, this is actually happening. I'm in a big movie. And this is, you know, when's somebody going to come around the corner and go, he's from Kokomo, Indiana, get him out of here, you know? And, you know, just you have imposter syndrome. It happens. You know, it's like, oh my God, this is me and I'm doing this.
Yeah.
The pleasant side of that is noticing and taking joy and, oh my God, I'm this is me and I'm doing this. You know, it's
like
I think it's side is the I don't deserve to be here because you do deserve to be there.
I mean, like
also when you're doing something that you really enjoy, something that you even like dreamt of doing and stuff.
Oh, exactly. And I mean, the thing I would say, like Joshua just said a second ago about, you know, it's nice to know that I could have imposter syndrome like he does as a PhD student. It's like, dude, you're a PhD student. You went through all of those levels. You got yourself to the place where you are a PhD student. I understand having imposter syndrome. I get it intimately. But think about everything, all the work you've done to get yourself to that place. And I have to remind myself of that sometimes too. It's like, well, I'm here for a reason. I got to do, you know, I didn't win a contest. I'm actually here because I worked for this. And that helps kind of tamp down the imposter syndrome a bit.
Yeah, that happens a lot with me, Nana, and Meg. Like when we were going to Zack about Justice Con 2, we had this whole pitch and everything, and we practiced it and everything. And even though we've spoken to Zack casually before, and we've hung out, like literally hung out like friends before, we still were nervous. And then we start mentioning the words Justice Con, and he says, yes, I want to do that with you. And all of a sudden you're like, why me? I hide out in my bedroom and record myself on video for YouTube. Why do you want to talk to me?
Well, it has to do with personhood. It has to do with the work that you've done up to that certain point. It also, it has a great deal to do with Zack is a great judge of character. And both Zack and Deborah are two of the kindest people that you will ever come across in your life. If
they really are.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, absolutely. And it comes from a good place. That's to me, that's the criteria. Does it come from a good place? And are you being straight up?
I just feel like no matter what you're doing or what level you're on or doing whatever, if you're a good person and you're not full of yourself, like some people in society, former president, anyway, then you're going to have this moment of imposter syndrome where you're going to feel like, why me? Why am I doing this? Am I good enough for this? And it's just natural for anyone.
Honestly, I think at some point, if you just get in the habit of go ahead and have the imposter syndrome, but turn it around and make it be like, oh my God, can you believe they let me in here and I'm doing this? And actually have the joy of it and laugh about the fact that you achieved this thing and you're there,
and use it actually as well. So like, once you've gone past that part and you've realized where you're at, it's always great to use it and be like, okay, well, what can I do next to improve my life and other people's life around me? Is there anything that I can add that's greater, that makes things better? And then that's how we build a great community and great society. Society, because we live in a society.
That's where I just wanted to say, there's a quote by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He always says to be hungry and humble.
Precisely. And what I said a second ago about, get him out of here. He's from Kokomo. The point is, I'm from Kokomo. A stranger is a friend you haven't met yet. People are people. If you can judge, character, and if you lead with respect, you get respect. And there's some real foundational things that I got from growing up in a place like that I'm proud of, that also contributed to my work ethic. So get me out of here. I'm from Kokomo. Shit. Let me stay. I'm from Kokomo. What superhero would Ray like to play? Ooh.
It's okay. You don't have to stick to only DC. You can say Marvel too. Oh dear.
That is a tough question.
I feel like we should have told him this we should have gotten this question a few days ago and given him some time to think.
My personal proclivity, my personal taste would run into the Neil Gaiman world. Dream or one of the American Gods or one of those. I guess I don't know if that would qualify as a superhero, like I have my, vest on or whatever, but something like that. I mean, I love Batman. I always have ever since I was small. I've always been a Batman guy. I love, dig Superman. Superman's cool and all that, but Batman was like the deal for me as a kid. So it'd be fun to do it, but Jesus, there's so many really good actors who've already done really damn good jobs at it.
I'd be Batman every day. The question wasn't even for me, but like, I'm Batman. Just saying.
There you go.
I will be Supergirl.
I like the way you say, I'm Batman.
Batman's my favorite.
Oh, I think now it's time. I think now it's time for Fatma to do the Darkseid voice.
No.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, she practiced it before the show.
Yeah.
What tips or advice would you give to someone interested in voice acting? I'll tell you what, the first thing that you should do, and it doesn't matter whether you're just starting out or you've been doing it for years, find somebody who's teaching where you are and attend a class and get their knowledge, have somebody teach you. It's funny because, it doesn't seem like it's that hard. It's that hard. And it always helps to have knowledge, and there's stuff online, in fact, I just at the behest of a friend, I became a member of Clubhouse. Do you know about this social media?
Yeah,
app?
it's
an
a
audio
anonymous chatting thing.
Kind of, yeah. But there's great discussions that are being set up by audiobook narrators and by voice actors. Voice people have really, obviously, because it's voice based, people have really gravitated to that. And so honestly, you can be a fly on the wall listening to a couple of VO professionals talking and glean amazing amounts of information that way.
I have
So
a
that's what I
voice
would.
acting
That's advice.
question.
Yes.
Would you ever do some voice acting for anime?
I'd love to.
Because I don't know, maybe it's because my brother and I have rekindled our obsession with anime. It's like there's characters I'm like, I think Ray would do better at that.
That's very kind. I would love to. Yeah, I'd love to do anime. I think it's what an art form.
Studios, you heard it. Get this man into your anime, please.
That's right. I must say that's part of the fun of narrating audiobooks for me is that I get to do, I'll do scenes in a book where there's 10 characters talking and I'm just by myself and I've got to generate it all. And it's challenging as hell, but it's really fun.
There's, I forget the man's name, which is the original, he's Boba Fett in The Mandalorian.
Right.
But like, I always am so impressed with him because my brother and I, we watched Clone Wars just recently. And when I realized that literally that's Boba Fett's actor sitting in a room talking to himself for literally 20-minute episodes, like constantly, because all the clones are him with this Tamora Morrison. Thank you. Like constantly, it's just like,
yeah.
How do you go crazy after a while? Do you need like a break? Do you need to like go talk
Thank
to
you,
someone?
Joey. Thank
Bye,
you, Joey.
Bye, Joey.
Yeah, you do need a break. And what you just saw me doing was some throat spray, actually. Very kind, Amanda. Thank you.
Amanda, why aren't you here?
Why aren't you here? Where are you, damn it?
Yeah, Amanda, where are you?
She's got a login. She's got the link.
Yeah, she's got a link. Come online, Amanda.
Hi.
Actually, how is Darkseid on March 18th going to be spending his time watching the very first viewing and who went?
The very first live action Darkseid.
You're not anymore. Come on.
Is little Darkseid going to be watching with you?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll have him that day. It would be grand. It would be really fun if I did. Obviously COVID and everything, I had actually, I was joking with somebody that I would hang a backdrop in my living room and set up strobe lights so I could look like I was walking the red carpet at my house. And I would wear a diamond tiara and like, no, I'm busy right now. And I would watch. I don't know, I'll probably just order some really yummy food and get comfy and sit back and watch it all.
What are you ordering? Since we talk about food here,
yeah, exactly.
So what are you ordering? I don't know what to order. I have no idea. I need to order something. See, I had noodles and I was like, do I really want to just
what sort of things? Yeah, what do you do? Do you get something like a large dish and then eat it while you're watching, or is it
maybe maybe something you can graze?
Maybe grazing.
Pizza's easy.
Tapas.
Yes. Appetizers are like my favorite thing next to dumplings. So.
Tapas. See, yeah. That's what needs to happen.
See what my family, we don't do anything crazy on New Year's Eve. We just make a bunch of appetizers and graze throughout the night while watching movies, waiting for midnight. Yeah. So like totally just like go to the grocery store, buy like a bunch of appetizers you like and put them out. And then
it's a big stack of yumminess.
Like definitely. I honestly think that's what I haven't even thought about what I'm going to be doing on March 18th. Some of my friends keep asking me like, so what are you going to be doing? I'm like, will I be doing?
Watching it.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It would be the easiest.
March 18th is blacked out with the marker. Like nobody bother me on that day. It's just not happening.
I went to my manager and I was like, just letting you know, I have a few days.
Amanda's coming.
Yay.
So I was like, I have a few days of annual leave left before it renews in April. And I'm taking them on 18th and the 19th of March. I'm telling you this that I will take them and you cannot refuse to give me that and you will leave. And he was like, okay, why? I was like,
bring in the pain.
No, I was like, no. And then I said, if you don't let me, I'm just not coming and I'll quit.
Wow.
That is how easy.
That probably scared the pants out. They're like, okay, she's serious. Okay, done, approved.
So like, I have the 18th and the 19th off. I am still trying to figure out what's the best thing is, because here's the thing: burgers can get really messy, and I'd have to look down to like pick something up. Noodles, they could like go on to pizza.
Finger foods.
Pizza is easy.
Oh, pizza. Okay, pizza is easy.
Yeah, pizza could be a thing. Yeah.
I don't know. Like I need to
see. This is gonna have to be a trend. I want everybody. I want everybody on the 18th to tweet about like, what are you sitting down to eat?
Colcannon. Oh, brisket, tea, scones, cookies, sausages. Well, can I come over to yours? Cook cabbage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, cabbage is the best. Part out of all of that. I don't know.
Speaking of this, here's one weird way that I'm happy about quarantine is because the 18th is right after the 17th, and as somebody who plays a lot of Celtic traditional music on the guitar and sings and likes a pint, most March 18th in my adult life have been very slow recovery days.
I completely forgot that was that like I heard March 18th and like I completely forgot that
17th I would prefer to be in a pub somewhere with my guitar in a session with a fiddler, and but that ain't gonna happen this year, so I can like
That's okay. What I'll be eating. I'll be eating leftover.
If somebody brings up that fruit for the pizza, I am going to.
Colcannon. I love. There's a great song about Colcannon. Actually, look it up. Mary Black.
What like the best foods are, so we can all plan our smorgasbords. For
Actually, Fatma, you are a bit of a culinary expert.
Yeah.
I think that maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea to make menu suggestions and/or tasting notes for viewing the Justice League on the 18th.
I'll try and work on that. I think they've got this box thing that
yeah.
Is it Wonder?
Nana got that. Wait, Nana, you're going to have food.
Yeah, but they will not deliver that until April. So really? Yeah, it's really weird. But they basically sell these.
London.
You can only get them like April.
Seriously?
It's coming from London.
I don't understand.
Who's the company? Is it Wonder?
Yeah, it's like Wonderland or something. But like the earliest day we could order it was 15th, and I ordered it. It was April 15th was the first day you could order it in, and somebody actually asked them about it.
What?
Huh?
It's like $100, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost 200 American.
And you know what? I do not have anybody to actually share that box with because it boxed for 2. But watch me not care. Like I'm just buying it because it's
coming in April. It's not coming for the 18th.
No, it's coming for the April. But somebody asked them about it, and they said that because of some logistics, they're unable to do it earlier than that.
All right, Fatma.
I mean, if they want to send me the box,
we're
gonna need menu suggestions for the day.
Yes, please.
That we can fit in a mother box.
Fatma's like, pressure. Why are you pressuring me?
Hey, while she's thinking of it,
no, I think she's already thinking. I think the gears are spinning, and she's already thinking about it.
Yeah, I have a superhero that Ray could play.
Who is that? I can't tell.
It is Kamandi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Superman, and it would be perfect for Ray.
Don't move.
I've got the hair for it.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Sign me up.
Here he comes.
I love it.
Oh wait, was that who came up with that?
Enosh.
Hey man, good to see you, brother.
What's up, buddy?
Hi.
Hi, Enosh.
Hi.
Enosh, where's your onesie?
Yeah, rules.
He was doing a professional stream earlier, so he.
Y'all think I just live in a onesie?
That comes out. Well, I think
I do, but
yeah. But it says Poindexter Lounge on it, doesn't it? Look, love happening.
Oh.
Look, there's love.
I didn't have my Justice League, so I'm actually wearing my Poindexter Lounge.
I love it. Oh, Tiff, I forgot to
Show
ask
it.
you, and this is a very cool. I forgot to ask. I never got a chance to ask you. What did you think of Jason Isbell's Vampires?
I thought it was heart-wrenching, heartbreaking. It was. Enosh played it for me, and he's like, "Okay, I dare you not to cry because, wow." And I was like, "Okay, fine, challenge accepted." And after we're done, I'm like, "Nope, can't do it." So
Enoch was actually texting. I was texting with Enoch. She's like, "Dark Side made me cry."
Yep.
Yes.
There's more to that story, but I'll have to tell you that like someday, just between you and me, the joke that came out of me crying alone in the dark.
Yes.
In the restroom.
You know that look on Yoshi's face as he said it. It's like dark times.
Yes.
Dark times.
I didn't think it was going to hit that hard. You know?
Yeah.
He's like, "I'll listen to this song," and then
I'll just listen to this song like after we got off that stream, and I'm just like,
I don't know if Enosh told you, but it came out of he and I were chatting after I had done the interview, and we were off the air and just kind of chatting about things. But he was talking about you and about his love for you and what you mean to him, and it brought that song to mind because there's that thing of like, I wish I had more lifetimes to be with her. And I said, "Oh, you need to hear Jason Isbell's song Vampires." And then I got a text later. He's like, "Thanks, dude, made me cry." I was like, "Yes."
I'm not even in this relationship, and I'm about to cry.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think a song called Vampires would like hit you in the feels. I was just like, "Oh yeah, I'll listen to the song. It's probably some cool thing,
Yeah.
Probably metal.
Oh my gosh. It was a blubbering mess.
Yeah.
For those at home taking notes, Jason Isbell, Isbell, Vampires.
Mm-hmm. You want to make your woman cry? Make them listen to that. Tell them you love them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but
doesn't matter.
To listen to
the song will be your boyfriend.
Goals.
Yeah.
Goals.
I know I will cry because I cry easily. So.
Well, there you go.
The song will. So.
Yeah, great suggestion, bud.
Cool.
Thank you.
We love Tinosh.
Yeah. Yes.
We have a power couple.
Tinosh.
I'll tell you what, this woman is a superhero. You would not believe the strength that this woman has. She was in pain all day on Saturday and Sunday, and this woman showed up to our church service on Sunday and led two songs on Vicodin. And had to go to the car yesterday. And I'm like,
so the song normally takes 3 minutes, but it took 17.
Why are you unwell?
She's all right now.
I had to go to the ER. I had some physical issues and troubles, and so I had to I was in pain, and so I couldn't get into the doctor until tomorrow. And I kept the appointment, but my primary doctor said, "I don't want you waiting that long. I want you to go in now." And it worked because the pain that I was in, they gave me morphine, so pain went away.
Yes, it will.
She's a trooper, and she showed up, and I was like, "Wow, you're here." If anybody had an excuse not to be,
Amanda.
How are you?
I'm good. I was, hi everybody. I was coaching and my husband said, Ray just said that I need to get on the stream. Like, where are you? And he goes, well, Dark Side just told you to get on the stream. So I think you need to go get on the stream.
Much respect and thanks to your husband.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hi everybody. Hi guys. Sorry, my voice sounds a little weird. This cold weather front that has like slammed so much of the US has just messed with my sinuses, and then I talk all day while I'm coaching. Wait, what is this? Finger? Yeah, familiar. Familiar. Back in the day. I don't consider myself a singer anymore, so you're right. I should just
narrating. I mean, I don't sing, I narrate, but this stuff
is that like throat coat?
It's different. It's Singers, soothing throat spray, professional strength.
I love it.
You had to bring out
But
the
Singers Soothing Throat Spray, are you listening? Because you owe the man some money now.
Yes, exactly. That'll be $200. Got, I don't know what all it's got in it, but it's non-alcoholic, and
Yes.
it doesn't taste wonderful, but it does help. So
Yeah, I grow my own mallow. This is how dorky I am. I grow my own organic mallow so that I
Uncle Darkside. In my day, we took out planets. I was destroying the universe and broke my hip.
Darkside walked uphill both ways to school, barefoot.
All of the pralines shall be mine.
Let me Uncle Darkside's buttery candy. There's a word.
I remember the mother boxes. Yeah, back in my day, they were daughter boxes. They were that young.
Your first reporter is Granny Goodness.
Exactly. Exactly.
On a porch
all of that just from an Uncle Darkside sitcom. Dear God.
Yeah. We have a show now.
Just from doing this.
It just you know what? It's the smallest details really changes the whole character.
You know, I'm gonna remember that for acting. Smallest details.
Preaching to the professional.
You know, I'm waiting for the fan art that's gonna come out of this stream.
Oh Christ, no!
Okay,
every time I do one of these,
I have a request.
What?
Artists, I'm looking at you, Max. Anyway, artists that are in the vision here, I want Darkside sitting on like a chair or something, holding a book with glasses on his nose.
Dear God, no.
Darkside.
Did
Bonus
anybody
points
see?
if you can sneak a Bernie mitten listening to story time.
Did anybody see somebody took the trailer and made it like an SNL opening?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
No.
When they got the dark side, I thought I would need oxygen.
That was amazing.
Laughter. Oh my God, it was hysterical.
Okay, where can we find that?
I just hearing that like crazy brass.
Yeah,
It makes
really,
really I believe the official Zack Snyder's Justice League Twitter account, I think, quote retweeted it and said, and added NBC SNL saying, "Are you guys ready?" So if you haven't seen it, that's where I saw it. I saw it on the official account.
Very
Yeah.
Do you remember when Darkseid came and left the world in a nightmare scape? Pepperidge Farms
remembers.
That's so right.
Exactly. Do you remember crossing all of the dimensions, reducing worlds to waste and subjugating entire populations? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yes.
Hello to the Faruqi brothers. Hello.
Oh my God. This is everything.
I'm realized doing all of this stupid shit that I'm probably that far away from a cease and desist. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
You have the SNL one. Oh God, it's very.
What
funny.
does it say?
Wait.
Show it.
Send a link to Nana so she can play it.
Yeah, send the link.
Be careful. I played it was during one of those SNL things that I played that we got our first warning.
Oh,
okay, maybe not.
Oh,
NBC is like, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. SNL.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah, I put the link in the chat or something, and that way people can look it up. Because
they can go to the Zack Snyder account.
I don't know who the hell did it, but it was I fell out of my chair. It was
I mean, I
Ray,
did a meme, but it was stupid. It was like when Superman was screaming like an earthquake, while one woman was putting her lipstick on. She was like, imagine being a human being while Superman dies in the other city, and you're like,
oh my God.
yeah. I mean, it got viral. I don't know why. It got viral.
It's amazing. It's so funny. Well done. Keep the edits.
If you haven't,
you were going to ask something, Amanda.
Yeah.
If you, that Lorena reminded me of this. If you have not seen the hashtag ZSJL TikTok or the Zack Snyder's Justice League TikToks, oh, Ray.
Is it just a treasure trove?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes, there's so many. I mean, there's like really awesome, cool fan edits with like really high definition pictures and things like that. And then there's also like the most ridiculous comedy. It's so good.
It's like nuclear creativity. It's like weapons grade creativity in this fandom.
Yes.
It's so
That's a great way to put it.
You know,
Yeah.
I see, like, I'll make a comment like this, and you know, within minutes on Twitter, there's this beautiful, fully rendered, amazing artwork of the. I mean, it's shocking, and I'm so another thing that I'm so grateful for is to be able to see all of this art and all this effort that people put out, you know, for this stuff, even when it's taking the piss. I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't surprise me that a lot of people who are creatively minded and artistically minded in their own right are drawn to Zack's work.
I agree. Yes, that's a very apt statement. Absolutely. It's a very apt statement. You're right, for sure.
The man has his own font. I mean, he doesn't, but Microsoft, let's make it happen.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kind of underlit, Nana. It's a little
Me? Sinister.
It's very like storytelling time. I mean, I'm
If you
into
take
it.
my throne for having the sinister
the
light.
campfire thing. And then he came.
We're gonna tell each other stories.
I had a friend in film school who was like, "You want to learn cinematography?" And I said, "Yeah." And he grabbed a flashlight and went, "Horror movie, love story, horror movie, love story." There you go. Wow. Okay. Thanks so much for that education. Anyway.
That's great. I gotta go take a look. Under Telecaster, and so I got to go clean that puppy up and play with that a little. So.
You have is it a new Telecaster or is it? What is it?
Well, my buddy is selling it to me, and so yeah, so I'm pretty excited. It's red. Is
it American or is it made in Mexico? What is it?
You know, I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I haven't.
Like, there's not a difference. It's really just out of interest. I have an American strap and a made in Mexico one.
It's all one solid piece. It's not a bolt-on neck. It's a.
You'll have to send you pictures. It's very cool.
It's not a bolt-on neck. Whoa!
No, he brought. It's got. It's a double.
You know, she's giving away that he's not sad he has to go. That's what he's giving away. He's like, I got a date. I'd
be the same way.
I'll send you a picture, man. It's such a beautiful guitar. He brought it. He brought it one day, and I was looking at it, and I told him how much I loved it because I've always wanted a Telecaster. I've never had a Telecaster.
Yeah.
And with all the guitars that I have, and he brought this thing, and he actually told me, he's like, I told my wife that if anything ever happens to me, you get this guitar one day.
Oh.
I'm like, you can't tell me that, dude. I'm like, because I can't why.
Yeah.
You know. And then, then he just came to me the other day and he's like, hey, take this home. And, you know, like, if you want to, we worked out a price. And I was like, okay. So
you and I are going to have show and tell at some point. Cause I'm mostly a acoustic boy. To answer your question, I only have Strats. I don't have a Tele yet. I mean, that's the thing is yet as a guitar player, it's always, you know,
right.
But I do have a fair amount of acoustics. You and I have to have a conversation at some point.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, Tiffany just asked me. I got a guitar. My band calls it Beef.
Sorry, because Amanda and Enosh missed it. The step in the hole of dildo.
The step in the hole of dildo.
No, that I'm a guy and that looks painful. No.
No, I think the problem is once you can't unsee it.
Amanda.
No.
It was worth it for Amanda's reaction alone.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I'm so glad my mom's not watching this right now.
However, good way to stop the train, because Enosh and I were going to start geeking out about guitars, so that was a nice way to defibrillate the conversation. That was good.
You'll have to talk like Hagströms and other stuff.
Yeah, no, I've got 2 Hagstrom Swedish guitars, and
next thing you know, there's gonna be a Poindexter Lounge special, and it's just gonna be Enosh and Ray talking about
music and dark side.
Exactly.
I would just say this to everyone. I would just say this to everyone. Like seriously, Ray is one of just the nicest guys, and man, you are so easy to talk to, and like seriously, when he shared that song with me afterwards, like I think we literally talked for like an hour or more after the stream, and just you're just such a great guy, man, and I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your heart and just the way you come across, and sharing times with the fans and everything, and I mean I just kept smiling at the picture of Darkseid and Granny Goodness and Desaad this last week, going, "Oh, that's Ray, man." Yeah. And you're having this opportunity, and one of the things I love most about this whole movie coming out is it's like redemption all around for everybody. I mean, redemption for Zack, redemption for the fans, redemption for Ray, redemption for you, Ray. You know, being able to, have your voice given back to you for this movie, and just others and the fans and everybody. It's just, it's hard not to just, Ben Affleck getting, his redemption through this, I mean, back, and it's just and the cast.
It's an absolute privilege to celebrate it, with everyone.
What you're doing, Enosh. You're trying to get revenge. You're trying to make Darkseid cry.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Thank you, man. Much respect. Much respect. We'll do Guitar Show and Tell soon.
All right, man.
Forced to watch all of it.
Oh, I love that stuff. I will totally sit in and watch you guys show your guitars.
Sweet.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
I have
there. I know.
Play it.
Onesies
Chris
are required.
Page absolutely will, because in
okay.
Onesies are required.
Onesies are required.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that then.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least I'm covered.
Night, Max.
I actually
Are we also here?
Good night.
Bye, Max.
So it's actually, I think it's actually time for us to close out.
Okay.
But before we go, because Amanda's here, we can announce our next show will have another special guest. And it will be someone that Amanda loves very much.
Did you guys talk about?
No, we didn't.
No.
I think we did. Dang it.
So you tell the people who's going to be our guest at the next show, Amanda. He froze. Oh no.
she's like, Stuart, I don't want to say.
Who's the guest?
Say it.
Oh, I think Steven
I can tell that. Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't want to tell anyone, you can do it. You could do it.
Okay,
I believe in you.
We're really excited at League of Mayhem to announce.
Oh no, she froze.
Can you guys hear me?
No,
we can now.
We can hear you. Kind of
hear you.
Okay. I think I did. Oh no!
Oh my God, your damn connection.
It's
suspense.
Yeah. So if you can hear me, which I hope you can, next month during the month of March, which is Zack Snyder's birthday month, it's the month after. It's the month after February.
Yes.
The way calendars work
And
sometimes.
I'm in suspense, and I know.
frozen.
If anyone knows Amanda as well as we do, it is someone she loves very much. She's kind of obsessed with this person. Oh, now she ran away. Okay, give her a second. Give her a second.
Oh my God.
This is more suspense than Zack.
What the heck?
I love how Enosh was leaving the room and he's like,
honestly,
what?
After this build up,
Did you tell Enosh
James Dean back from the dead, I'm gonna be disappointed, It's like, come on.
I'm going to pick up food. Wait a minute.
She's back.
It's Michael Jackson's hologram.
Who?
Such a mess. Such a mess. Oh my God.
Say it.
Greatest announcement
All right.
ever.
This month is February, and next month we're hosting Deb Snyder. Yay!
She's the best. She is the best. You're gonna have.
If I cry now, I won't cry then, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's asking a lot of your.
You're only given a finite amount of tears.
Ray, what should I ask her? What should we ask her? You know her.
Yeah.
You know what? Ask her anything. She's amazing. God, I don't know. I mean, she's, ask her. Okay. You know what? Ask her about, without going into like, horrible intricacies or details, just her journey of getting this thing going. Her journey of after, when it became a thing, when whether it was HBO Max who did the approaching or whatever, I would love to hear her journey of getting this thing happening.
That's a good question. I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to hear.
Especially because I know they both make a point about recognizing how much their partnership matters in the way that they make films. So to know that it didn't have to be just Zack who was responding to this call to keep the vision.
I mean, she's the producer. She had to make things happen, and what those details are would be very interesting to know, because I guarantee you that's as much work, if not more. And then to slam into a pandemic on the I don't know, never mind that simultaneously Army of the Dead is taking place.
That blows my mind.
I mean, talk about plates in the air, and I would love to hear her perspective on what that was like and how she made that happen. That'd be amazing.
Good question.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that is
and please tell her that I said hello.
Absolutely. Like,
I love her. I think she's wonderful and amazing.
I think she's wonderful and amazing, and I've never met her, but I just admire her from afar. So
she's fabulous.
Okay, first thing under Deb questions, Ray says hello.
Yes. Ray Porter.
Start taking, every person who loves Deb on Twitter is going to tweet at us, and we're going to be like, these are the people who love you. List 18 names for the first 3 minutes of the stream.
Exactly. It looked like
we got to do it somehow.
Thank you all for this. This was lovely. It was great to hang out. I'm not sure what we really covered, but I don't mind.
It was nice. It was very nice. Mayhem for a reason. We never really stay on the same path that we meet.
That's as it should
be. We had a great time.
Mayhem for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's look up who we had this week. So we had Fatma.
This is where you can find
we had Lorena.
Yeah.
Lorena the lion. Wow.
Yeah.
Tiff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our dear Amanda showed up.
Amanda.
We missed Amanda.
Queen Amanda.
And then, of course, us.
The queens.
Yes, queen.
Yeah.
Who are these two? Who are they?
I look weird as a blonde. No wonder I shave my head.
Anyway. side note.
like the blend.
All right, then.
I mean,
thank you so much, everyone, for coming.
And Dark Side.
Thank you so much, Ray, for.
You can find Ray anywhere as Ray_Porter on Twitter. And then on Instagram, it's Ray Narrates.
Actually, it's the.ray.porter.
Oh, now you're getting bougie with it.
Yes, it is.
We gotta get you those tick marks.
And then look me up on Audible too, in case you're into audiobooks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many
but don't. But if you try to listen to every single book he's ever done, you'll be there for a long time. He's done a lot.
It'll at least tide you over until the 18th.
Or the next apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you so much, Ray.
Thank you.
And that's all for this week of Mayhem. We will see you next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.